up to the blue and being like, "Hey, what's up?"
No, but wiping out the serpents, maybe there will be some clues by their, living clues, basically. Some of the people there. One, they will be probably grateful for being saved. We have food, we have a place, we have beds that they can go and sleep in. That's probably much more pleasant than being with the serpents, so that's good. And maybe they know something, some of them. Beyond that, we also remove the loose end of the serpents, just gonna get strong again and then punch it in the face.
Yeah. My idea was
that would just be kind of revenge, I suppose, but I don't really have a huge beef with them.
I assume that the leader is the one that warned the Scarlets, and then he might know, or she might know something that if the Scarlets have run somewhere, she might know where they're hiding.
I've said before that it's very likely that the Drow are just opportunistic assholes.
I'm pretty sure that is it.
And
yeah, sure.
If they know something, great, but I don't think so.
And I don't really want to attack their place. We went there; it didn't look very inviting.
We're just so much relying on finding someone who knows something.
Or making enough of a ruckus, sheep, that someone else finds us.
That's also
remember that angle. Someone else can find us. They're probably not the only ones looking into this stuff.
Yeah, that's also an angle I think I proposed by just stirring up shit intentionally and just, if things go bad, we have that teleport thing.
Just flee. Well, I don't want to just make bad things happen to us for no reason. Like, I generally believe there might be a chance that the servants might have seen something or other, or overheard something or other. Even if it's something that's doesn't mean anything to them, maybe it'll mean something to us. Maybe they've seen what kind of people the Scarlet Serpents meet with in their, I don't know. They probably do some business with shady merchants and whatnot. And that would then be something we could follow. What kind of business do they even do? Do they raid? Selling people? Studying the ruins? There are many different things that they might be doing. And we can continue that angle. Ultimately, getting Calarel or Scarlet would be... I mean, that's the goal, right? We want to catch one of them.
Yeah.
So that we can interrogate them about what the hell's going on, because they seem to be in the inn about, in the people who know what's going on.
Yeah, but they just kind of left.
Yeah, now we wipe out their gang. To the last lizard. And then that's a start. Then we at least done that. After that, what do we do after we've wiped out the Scarlet Serpents? That's the real question.
Was it Gryph that yesterday we sort of contact the other gangs that helped us? And sort of pay our respects and maybe give them some money?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any loot to divvy up with them?
Yeah, we
found a ton of money. Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
What did the gnomes want?
Don't really know.
They mostly wanted the Scarlet Serpents out of their hair, right? And we were basically presenting them a free opportunity to do so with very little effort.
Yeah.
They basically showed up and be like, I mean, they didn't do anything because there were no patrols that they could harass, so...
Because you killed them all.
They just showed up and left.
Yeah, I guess so.
So...
I mean, you probably should have just retreated from that scouting run in quotation marks.
We were very, very close to winning that fight and not taking a campaign loss sheet.
I mean, I think that retreating at the first sign of combat, while technically counted as a campaign loss, would have been far less harsh than what actually happened.
Perhaps.
It would probably also have been the thing that actually made sense in this situation, because you weren't like going for the full throttle assault, but apparently then again you kind of were.
But it was only the patrol. I didn't think there would be that many people on patrol, Sheep.
I think
their place is massive, right? Can't all gather in one spot. You were just unlucky.
I think you underestimated how close you actually were to the hideout.
Maybe. Regardless, it means that there are so many fewer of them now. So that wiping them out is an actual possibility.
But the thing is that let's say we wipe them out. Then what?
Take their servants and ask them things. That might lead us someplace else.
It might. It's a big might.
Well, what do you suggest? There's a real possibility that some of these people have overheard something. No.
I hope so, and I don't think I have any other suggestion. It's just, it does seem a bit... relying on other people to know something that we want to know, that they then also want to tell us,
well, that
just hasn't worked out for us in the past. And if it ever works out, then great, we have the new lead and we can reconsider all of our life choices.
I mean, that's kind of the only way we can get reliable information.
We can't really be active other than hoping that we find someone who knows what we need.
I mean, we need someone who knows something, no matter... I mean,
yes.
We want to go for the Liches then, okay? We take the different... Let's strike at the alliance between the Lich King and the Four. You know? Let's strike at that, but then we need someone who knows something about those Liches.
And I know a person...
We're still new in this city.
I actually know a person who might know something about that. So.
Yeah.
Which I asked if anyone wanted to join me during downtime, but nobody wanted to.
Yeah.
I didn't see you asking.
Ah, okay. It was, I think, Saturday, something like that.
Most certainly there. I saw the request.
Okay,
and Dark was the only person.
No.
Dark was the only person who said anything about it. He said no.
I mean, yeah, just going at it from another angle might be worth a shot. I don't know.
So, I mean, we could do that. I don't know if it will lead us anywhere, or if we can do anything about it, even.
Like, there's so many questions that we need answers to. We just don't know how to find those answers, right? Like, how are they shutting down the Archmage's wards? What's the deal behind that? Why, as well? What does this Lich count have to do with them? Maybe it's not the Lich King. Maybe it's just a group of Liches.
Oh no, I know a person who could maybe tell us about what the Lich King is doing.
No.
But we'd have to go back to Foghaven.
No.
No.
I just grinned.
Thomas, really? That's... Really? No.
I mean, third time's the charm, right?
You send Thomas alone to Foghaven. And he'll come back with information, I'm sure. Then in 2 sessions, we're fighting the Foghaven militia outside of town. Killing everybody, even though we just wanted to go see what was going on. Then Tom has been turned into a Lich. Alright. Well... Certainly also would like to find some more of those things from Garroth, so I don't really want to leave the city yet. Personally.
Yeah, leaving now would be
a defeat.
Yes. It would be saying, fuck it, we've accomplished very little, let's just leave. We've proven that we can survive, but we haven't really gotten anything done.
Well, that's the first step, I suppose.
It's, dying would have been worse.
Killing the
yes.
serpents might make us somebody. People might know us for that. Well, some people. That by itself, I also think is a good thing. That means that people could try to, go find us in a way. Which might be good.
It's again relying on other people to give us what we need.
I mean, you could say that, but if we are the only people in the world worrying about something that 4 massive dragons are doing, and like a group of liches, then the world is fucked. So we have to work under the assumption that we can win. Otherwise, we might just lay ourselves down and die, right?
Yes, working under the assumption that it is possible is certainly a good idea, but surely there's some way where we can actually actively get something.
I mean, where we go and find someone who knows something and then beat them up for it?
I mean, that would be one way.
There's no computer that has a big database, I don't think. Unless that's something from Gryph. I suppose that's exactly the thing that place would have, but that's a more far-fetched thing to hope for, I think.
If you wanted to plan an expedition to the ruins of Gryph, which are a few hundred years old, you would have to travel far to the northwest, within the remnants of the old wall to the west of Grey Harbor.
The hope would be that somebody had already hauled it here, I suppose. I wasn't actually suggesting we go up there to find a computer.
Well, that is the reason that Fargus
We
is
have
from.
a calculator, now we can put people on the moon.
I mean, something that I don't think have considered yet, because we are kind of opposed to leaving Dragonor because it would be a kind of defeat. I do believe like the East Coast thing, whatever that was,
Yes, Sahagin.
Yes, the Sahagin, wasn't the red spotted there somewhere or something?
What? I don't think so.
I might have just made that up, but I believe hearing something like that.
2 years ago, the fortress of Proudfort, which once helped oversee stuff around the seawall area, was entirely torched, incinerated. An attack purported to have been led by the Red himself, although there is no verifiable information about that. And as I told you, whenever I put that information in the chat several weeks ago, peasants are about as reliable as peasants. Which is to say, they aren't. Proudfort to this day basically is just a ruinous wreck, and people stay away from it. There was one of Lord Travis' suggestion was for you folks to head towards the seawall. And there was a location in mind, and had you chosen to go there, you would have had to deal with far less political intrigue, and far more, holy fuck, these Cthulhuian monstrosities are invading the Dragon Empire every single fucking day.
Yeah. But someone has to take that fight, but there are also someone who has to... Like, yeah, we can't say someone else go deal with the 4, I'm sure they don't matter.
No, my idea was just... Currently, we're kind of going after the blue and the black because they are kind of acting in Dragonor the most, I would say.
Well, the red kind of arrived recently.
The red arrived, but we have no idea what the fuck he is doing, has been doing, or is going to do. He's just kind of there.
Who knows?
I was just thinking that maybe he has been somewhere and has been doing something that is somehow related to the 4. Maybe we can find out more like that, but I don't know.
I mean, he came from what seemed to be the area of the Elf Queen, because he flew over us on our way back to Sherman's Hall towards the Tower of the Blue, which would suggest he's coming from sort of a northwestern direction.
But we can't just go visit the Elf Queen, can we? That would be...
I mean, we could try, but I don't see a point to it.
You don't even know where the fuck the court is, other than somewhere in the Queen's Wood. The court moves around, and none of you are privy enough.
Drow there.
Yes, none of you are privy to the secrets of where the Queen's court travels about.
No, that'd be a whole other quest. But that's not a quest. You wanted to go talk to the Silver Dragon?
I mean, we have no leading to the Silver Dragon.
No,
in any way. We we don't really know what he's all about or what that priestess is all about, really. We just know that they exist. It would basically be going up to the priestess there and being like, "Hey, this whole the fall thing. Have you heard about it? What do you think about it? It's bad, right? Help."
It is pretty bad, yes. And I think you should go and tell that to the blue directly. Be like, wait a minute. You aren't good at all.
Or she's like, "Yes, it's bad, but a war would be even worse. So you have to stay silent and do nothing and just hope it all goes away."
Yes, it's bad, but how are you going to prove anything to anybody?
Yeah.
And be like, oh, well, that's the thing, you know. In this world, it's kind of impossible to prove anything to anybody because documents can be falsified, and your word certainly doesn't carry any weight.
I'm not sure whether I'm actually needed for my own campaign. I think that I can just retire as GM, and the players can handle this shit. I'm good.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
going to the Bahamas with like Kickstarter money now.
All we can do right now is assume things, and that's what we're doing, unless we actually, like, in character, go there and check it out, which may be bad, so we aren't even considering it, I think.
Oh.
And it doesn't really need a DM to just assume things, even though our assumptions are probably way off. I don't know anymore. It would, again, be a case of meeting someone and hoping to whatever gods are listening that they know something relevant. Or can help us in any way.
And unfortunately, the gods take a hands-off approach with the Dragon Empire. The most prominent characters are the icons. They are the movers and shakers of the world.
We know the Archmage is on our side, but he's weakened. The Emperor probably talks to the Archmage relatively often. I mean, I imagine they're the kind of people who want to hang out. So, you know, but there's a lot of issues, and we are the people dealing with this one. We can't expect to have other people come and deal with it because, well, they're dealing with all the other stuff.
I mean,
we can't just switch to something easier. What's the point of that? Then
no, I'm not saying we should. I'm just saying that it's kind of hard to deal with this if we don't even have any sort of direction or anything to go on. Because, I mean, right now, the easiest way to deal with the fall would be to kill the blue or whatever. Well, not the blue, maybe.
I mean, that would be great.
Of the evils.
That would be great.
Yeah,
how do we do that?
If Team PC could somehow defeat one of the most powerful entities in the entire game world, I want to know too.
How do we do
that sounds like a great story.
I mean, I'm just saying the easiest way to stop someone is to disable him. So
Huge
we want to stop
amounts.
the fall, we disable the fall, but that's impossible.
Thomas
literally.
is braver than ever, guys.
I mean, do we have explosives enough to place around the tower?
We don't have explosives at all.
We need to pull some serious A-team shit there.
So what you're saying is that you guys need to go on a quest to find, and retrieve explosives, which means
we need
heading
someone
off to
who
the
can
realm
make
of the Dwarf King.
Huge amount of bombs.
We
can
turn
blow
the
up the tower
plane
of the
into
blue,
an astral
collapsing it on
bomb.
top of the blue.
Yeah, and
Tempus
we're gonna
wakes
just
up.
place them all over the tower without anyone noticing.
Tempus wakes up. We're going to forge, Tempus. What?
We need bombs.
You what?
Huge amounts of explosives. It's the only way, Tempest. For the that's always, you hear the stories, right? The story where the maiden gets taken by the dragon, then the knight fills the dragon's lair with bombs and explodes the whole thing. That's how the story goes.
To give you a foundation on how that goes within the system-wise, you are in a campaign setting where cannons themselves, like on ships, are experimental technology being tried out by the Imperial Navy, and maybe for use, like maybe we can put these on the seawall. Cannons are not a common thing. much less explosives that can be used to take down the Tower of the Blue. But maybe that's actually your one unique thing. I am fated to bring down the Tower of the
Blue. My waist can be lit on fire and explode. What a unique thing that would be. Seems like that would always solve so many problems. Oh, the Scarlet Server just place bombs under their place. Oh, the Tower of the Blue just place bombs under there.
Obviates the "what do you mean I can't set this building on fire" issue.
Well, I mean, there's always magic explosions, but you can't really set satchel charges of magic very easily.
Yeah, well, we have the plane. We just turn it inside out and set it to blow.
Inside out?
Yes.
So the whole world is inside the plane, everything...
Yes, and then we set it to collapse.
Oh, but that would never work. You don't know anything about planes. The chronomancy of the situation would make it unstable. Then the quantum field would destabilize the whole world.
Fuck the world. What I'm saying here. No.
So you want to kill the blue?
No,
It's a bit of a redirection for our original goal.
Well, the thing is, we don't want to stop the 4. We want to stop the 4 stopping the H.
Now, considering that the blue is an official imperial governor with all of the rights thereof bestowed upon her by the Emperor himself, attempting to kill the blue would certainly have a whole set of legal issues.
Well,
legal issues are the least of our problems right now.
Is there a way in which we could get access to the terms of this agreement between the blue and the Emperor? Is that something we could figure out? Because if we could find proof that the blue has broken those terms in attempting to break the age, then we could have the governor's ship revoked or something.
They aren't kept in the record books per se. How the agreement ended up going about was a personal meeting between the Emperor, the Archmage, the Blue, and the Silver Dragon over there. The Silver Dragon, the Great Civil Worm, is the official embodiment of the contract, either whether it's in written form or whether her existence is actually the embodiment.
See, that's a link towards that, at least. Because if the blue is indeed trying to end the... I don't think that's fair game, is it? And that's pretty bad for the Empire.
I mean, let's assume that the blue is indeed one of the bad guys.
Right. I'm going to derail that here simply by saying that you wouldn't be the first group decrying that the blue is going to end the 13th Age. Considering that the Archmage himself has never trusted the blue at any point in his life, and was strongly opposed to her becoming an Imperial Governor, and as far as you know, is fighting a shadow war with his agents against hers to this day. If the Archmage can't get her fucking removed... Well, Lord Teraptus told you whenever he pitched this out as a Hail Mary. If you guys want to go to Drakenhall for whatever reason, I got nothing. Everyone I knew is dead.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good sign. That means at least some enemies are coming to claim our lives, right? That's bad guys to kill. Personally, finding more wizard people would be nice. More remnants of the second circle. I don't really know how to tie that in, though, but it would just basically be to get more resources to do whatever.
I mean, resources are good.
You could also go with Leon to find more lich stuff on death basements, but I mean, that was very fruitful, in all honesty, except for that stupid stick, but... here we learned a valuable lesson then that day, that you can pick up cursed items as long as you have a rust monster somewhere. And you can jam it down the throat. I'll cherish that memory. Dwarves generally keep magic items in high respect, but not that one.
You know, in this circumstance, your other magic alignments, or magical items for Dwohurim, all in agreement with what Dwohurim did. Strongly in favor of the actions he took. The wand looked at the cloak that looked at the ring and said, yeah, fuck that stick.
Yeah, stupid ass steak, get in the mouth of this beast. And the beast was like, no, I don't want to eat that. It's wood. Yeah. All right. Well.
We can get underway, as all of you individuals are connected to yonder Skype call. And 3 of you are connected to yonder server.
But by the way, Grimith, I spent the incremental advance on skills.
Okay. +1 to your
It seems
skill
like
checks.
that's
Got
the
it.
thing I'm failing constantly, so...
Tell me about it.
They can come up, although you did have a sweet 20 on that go sound last session.
Yeah, sadly it didn't matter, so... Because, you know... It's a team effort. That's the problem with stealth. It's always somebody who has a shitty stealth, and you always split the party.
Well, the situation was resolved as it was.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, it's Tuesday again. I know, right? Time for 13th Age.
Oh, shit.
Fuck, I know, right? I don't think we need a recap for last session. Who could forget the exhausting combat? However, I do need to handle a bit of bookkeeping before we move forward. How much time has passed since the end of last session, and what have your characters done during that time?
Well,
2 days.
at least a day has passed, because Leon and Dwohurim was out in town, coming home very late and seemingly very wasted.
All right.
So at least a day.
I mean, Goger was saying 2 days. Do you need 2 days for something?
No.
I mean, as little downtime as possible if we still want to go after the serpents, I would suggest.
Yeah, sure. 1 day then.
1 day. Well, Thomas during that 1 day has mostly taken care of himself and Ellie, the lizard that you brought with you, who eventually decided to go up and leave because, well, she joined the group that she wanted to join that you then killed, and then you punched her in the face and kidnapped her. Thomas was like, yep, if you want to leave, then leave, and she did.
I would like to remind Sheep that Thomas put Ellie over his shoulder and brought her with him.
But he didn't punch her.
That is correct.
Oh, but she did stab Fargus, right?
She did not stab him.
She flailed in your direction.
that is a misappropriation of historical events.
If she could, she would
Fargus
have.
felt threatened.
She was coming right for us.
Yeah, exactly.
I am a fucking druid! That sounds like some American bullshit there.
No one attacks me. I'm the fucking druid.
Lightning bolt. Dwohurim know where that was going, so took the less painful route.
Yeah, Fargus didn't punch it though. He was just gonna sort of just grab the spear and throw it away, but yeah.
He's got to know she got off easy. We killed every other person we met there, so
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
Could have easily just killed her as well.
Not Rav.
no, not him. He deserved to go. You
Yeah.
live on in my dreams.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
if we go there and she's on that barricade with the rest of the Scarlet Serpents again,
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
yeah, we're gonna send Thomas to defeat her this time.
So, what I'm hearing is a day and not 2 days, and Fargus spent time with Greyfang as no one wished to go see his idea with him. Thomas spent time with Ellie and then reflecting or contemplating or whatever the fuck Thomas does. Thinking of incredible one-liners to deliver to villains. And Dwohurim and Leon got fucking wasted.
Yeah.
Alright. Got it.
We got a full heal up last time, right?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, good.
I would hope so.
Yeah.